Good morning. We are walking across the bridge that is currently under construction. View of the river. And then that up there is what we are climbing up. Oh, there's even a blaze on the bridge. That's funny. We actually get a crosswalk. And then, of course, we're back to walking on the side of the road. But our turnoff is right up here.
It's all miles.
It is all miles. I guess that is true. Good morning from day 141.
Morning.
We're standing in a old fire area. It's about 7:40. We just ran into a hiker we hadn't seen since yesterday. But yeah, we're gonna do the climb up out of Lehi Gap.
Yep, about 1,000 feet. It's supposed to be an interesting hike. So
It's supposed to be like rock scrambly, which I don't mind the elevation if it's rock scrambly. So yeah, that's our plan. It's really hot. It's supposed to be really hot. I think I looked on AT Weather, the high at the shelter that we're trying to go to is like 97. And it said heat index of like 104, which I don't know what that means.
I don't know, maybe it feels like...
Oh, maybe.
I'm not sure.
Anyway.
We'll see how it goes. We've got some bailout places if we need to.
6 and 12 miles.
Yeah.
So, up we go. I just have to show you, this is, it's kind of beautiful with the burn area and you can see all the new growth coming up through. We're about halfway up and we have a nice view of, I guess this is part of the Lehi Valley. A lot of road noise down there. I'm sweating. We're both sweating, but I'm not usually the sweater. Whew. There is a nice breeze though, which is making a huge difference. Huge difference, and I'm so glad we're doing this as early as we are because this is not fun now. I can't imagine how it would be later in the day. We are at the rock scrambly part. I think that's kind of how the whole thing goes. Hello.
There's some good places to hold us up here. With no snakes.
That's good. Yay! We're taking a little rest in the shade on some rocks because it's hot. It's kind of fun though, the climb. I was saying these are like the fun challenges of the AT, not the heat, the climb. Like this is more fun than it, raining for 2 weeks. But look at the view that we have while we're up here. It's beautiful. And just like that, we're in the pine trees and the ferns.
Okay, here's the flower we're seeing here at the top of Lehi Gap. I don't know what it is. It was indefinitive. It was like coral vine or elephant's head. Looks more like an elephant's head to me, actually, with the tusks and everything. But anyhow, it is pretty.
This ridge does not have many trees. Even when we are in the trees, it's very sparse. And it's a little unideal for how hot it is today. But look at the view. I feel like I'm on the PCT right now.
Okay, I just gotta say, I love the trail maintainers for this section. Whenever there are these, kind of rocky areas, they've actually laid a path, and it is so much nicer to walk on this. I mean, okay, I know I don't want like a paved path the whole way, but I've scrambled over enough rocks. It is just such a treat to have them make it a little bit easier. Thank you, trail maintainers. Here's your blaze of the day. In this area on the ridge, there are not a lot of trees like where you can easily paint blazes. And there's abundance of rocks, so they prop them up and paint the blazes on the rocks. There you go.
All right, we just stopped at the road and ended up sitting there for maybe an hour. That was our first bailout point, but we got there and there was a water cache, which we didn't need any of, but then there was a guy who got there. He was like, "Hey, hikers, I have some water, soda, and beer." We were like, amazing. So I got a soda, she got a beer, or not a beer, a water. And then as we were sitting there, another guy shows up and says, "I have Gatorade and popsicles." And we said, "Hoo-hoo!" So we both had a popsicle and a Gatorade, and he had cold water, spray bottle. So I sprayed it all over my face. It was lovely. And I drank a Gatorade, and I was sitting there for a while, and I was like, nope, I'm done. It's too hot. But it's like noon, and I know it's gonna get hotter, but I'm so pissed about the idea of stopping. I just want to make more miles. And they said that the ridge up here is much more covered. So, my thing got caught. We're doing at least 7.3 miles to the next road where we're gonna get our stuff. And I filled up my water bottle with cold Gatorade, which I know it won't be cold for very long, but that'll be nice for a bit. So yeah, we have a climb up out of this, which is not gonna be fun. But then we're basically on the ridge, and it should be more shady and flat. We are up on the ridge. I've been on the phone for the last hour and a half, which was a very good distraction from how disgustingly hot it is right now. I don't have service, so I can't check, but some I don't know, somewhere in the 90s. So yeah, it's a doozy. We just stopped for kind of lunch, drank a bunch of water, and we're continuing on. It's about 4.5 miles until we're meeting our trail angel with our stuff. And then I think it's about 3.5 more to the shelter. So we'll see if we make it to the shelter. She is gonna bring us some water so that we can refill everything. Because the water sources on this section of the trail are way off trail. Like sometimes half a mile, like down the side of the ridge. No one wants to do that. So there have been some great water caches, but you know, if she can bring us water, then we can leave the water caches for other people. It's 3 o'clock. It is the hottest point of the day right now. It's 93 degrees.
That's what my thing says.
The real feel says it's like 98.
My whatchamacallit thermometer here says it's about 94 or so.
Yeah. We don't have weather for specifically right here. AT weather said it was 97, gonna be 97 at the shelter today. But I don't think it's getting that high. But the good news is it only gets cooler from here. This is as hot as it's gonna be. So we have about 2.2 until the meetup spot, and then about 3.2 to the shelter.
That's all?
Yeah. So about 5 or 6 more miles.
Oh boy. We might get there late.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're walking along, and Jamlis noticed this beautiful yellow fungus. Looks so good I could eat it.
My brain subconsciously thought it was like those spray paint marks on trees.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, we're where our trail angel is, and she brought cold water. We've been dumping it all on ourselves. And here is Jamlis. Ah.
Right down my belly button.
Ah, that is good.
It is 5 o'clock. We have full packs now, and we are back on the trail to head to the shelter. This thing is very heavy. I have a ton of water, and I need to figure out how to make this lighter for, I don't know, just in general, because it's not fun. But what is it, 3.1, 3.3?
I thought 6.
Oh, 3.6 miles to the shelter. So I don't know if there'll be anyone there. No one's passed us, so maybe everyone else just decided to take the day off. I don't blame them, but it has cooled down a little bit, or at least it kind of feels like it has. It still said 93 in her car, so I don't know, but we're getting closer. Not much more to go. We made it to camp. It's about 6:45, and I'm just so hot. I can't do anything except sit here. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I have dirt all over my legs somehow. Green Bean is doing the responsible thing and setting up her tent.
As a zombie.
As a zombie, she says. But I just got an email with like a whole tentative plan of an amazing trail angel who's gonna slack us for like 3/4 of New Jersey, which would be amazing. So I was trying to look at that, but I know I need to set up my tent and eat dinner. I haven't eaten anything since lunch, which was a long time ago. When it's this hot, I just have no appetite. But now that I've stopped and cooled down, I'm kind of ravenous. So, tent, eat, and yeah, that's the plan. It is dinner time. I've finally mustered up the energy to make dinner. I'm doing mac and cheese. Green Bean is doing shin ramen. And she's currently cleaning the calamine lotion off of her legs. It's hot. It's a hot one. But I'm actually very excited to eat my mac and cheese. It sounds really good. The sun's going down. I mean, it's beautiful. We have a gorgeous campsite up here. I wouldn't mind if there was a bit more of a breeze, but what are you gonna do? Good night. It is almost 9 o'clock.
Wow. A long day.
I got into camp late, and then some people also got in late, so we were chatting with them as they were rolling in. It's still hot.
But it's much better than it was. I don't know how I'm gonna sleep though.
Yeah.
This is, I think, the hottest night
There's no
we're
breeze
we're
whatsoever.
sleeping. Yeah.
So yeah, that should be interesting. I don't know how I'm gonna sleep. I'm just gonna lay there.
Yeah, with this poison ivy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
At least I don't have to deal with that. I guess I should be a little more grateful for my circumstances.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, should we get down to it?
Yeah. What's your highlight in character builder?
Well, the character builder
The heat.
was the heat and getting full packs after 12 and a half miles. That was a shock to the system. My feet definitely felt the difference a lot.
That's
that pressure,
for sure.
that extra pressure on the feet was a lot. And we had to work. I had to work a lot harder.
Yeah, we were sweating a lot, even though it was cooler.
Kind of barely. And then my highlight, doing the climb out of Lehi Gap. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Challenging, a little bit scary, a little fear factor, but really cool. And our trail angel really made this day so much better
easier
by slacking us for those first 12 and a half miles.
And by bringing water and ice.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she brought, it was like, it totally rejuvenated me when she came and brought all that cold stuff and the water.
Yeah, I just sat there and ate ice with a spoon.
Yeah. So.
Wow, you can kind of see, like when I'm looking at the trees, I can see the sun going down because I like notice a change in the lighting.
You hear the whippoorwill?
Yeah, but what's that? Brr.
That's like a helicopter.
Interesting. My character builder was the heat. Like by far. Wow, it's flying nearby. My highlight was slack packing and I see it. And the trail magic we got 5 miles in with like popsicles and Gatorade and
that was great.
cold water to spray on our faces and stuff. That is the only reason I made it to here today. Because I was gonna bail. But
I was surprised that you kept going. The way you were talking about your heart racing and being hot and everything, I thought we're going to the bed and breakfast.
well, I happen to be used to that.
Uh-huh.
That is a feeling that I'm fairly have plenty of experience with. And
then you said, okay, let's go, let's keep going. I'm like, oh shit.
then she had to keep going.
Yeah.
But tomorrow, we have made the decision to not hike in the heat all day. So we're going to go into Wind Gap and stay at a motel tomorrow.
A Nero.
A Nero. And then the next day, we're going to wake up pretty darn early and hike into Delaware Water Gap and see some family.
Yep.
That I have never met or met when I was very little, but family nonetheless. So that'll be nice. Anywho, we're going to go to bed.
Good night.
Good night.